Thanks for ending your And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And that one's good. Poole.
Well, he's a high-volume three-point shooter, and the majority of Poole's shot attempts are coming from the three-point line.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. And it's Holmgren missing. And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a three-point game. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A., guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC. Piece by piece.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to SGA. Back to Williams. Now here's Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Dort finds Williams. Three-pointer, no good. To the middle. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And that's what the fans came to see. Williamson taking to the skies.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Willie Green, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After the basket by New Orleans. Dort outside. Screen by Holmgren. They need this. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Yves Missi.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
That's good from Dort. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, Legs.
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Dorture Chamber.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Jones comes in for Poole, and Alvarado's subbed in for DeJounte Murray. And Dort hits them both. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
Now here's Alvarado. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Shot from the wing, and New Orleans getting another bucket right there.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Dort outside. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep. So Dort's got 5.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's New Orleans up by 4. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
They've got Jose Alvarado. Kevon Looney is out there with Herb Jones. And it's Hawkins in at the shooting guard position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Jones. Looney, a screen on Williams. Jones from outside. Looney inside. He's against Jang. Looney passes to Jones. 4-3. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Thunder trail by 4. Down low. The kick out to Williams. There's 1:59 left in the second period. Pass to Caruso. Goes up on the wing. Yes, it's good. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Go for a different look here. Messi, he's checked in for Looney. Zion Williamson comes in for Queen. Jordan Poole, he's checked in for Hawkins. And Murray subbed in for Alvarado. Then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Caruso. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Tim, after a change of leadership in the front office, the Pelicans looking to set a new standard.
Yeah, and the credibility and clout of this experienced front office, hopefully spurring buy-in and alignment from top to bottom.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Dortch checked in. Oklahoma City trailing. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. SGA can't get it to go.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get the spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back over to you, Brian.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's SGA. 9 points in his last outing. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Wallace, he's checked in for Jalen Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. SGA doing his thing in close.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Pass to Messi. SGA against Murray. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. That one doesn't drop. The Pelicans have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Here's Poole, watched by Wallace. Murray deciding where to go with it. Pulls up. No good there.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Nuggets, they're going to be tested on both ends. But we're talking to these guys. They're ready for it. They're hyped, man. This one could have a playoff feel, Ernie.
Our viewers would love that. So would we.
That was a good job, Kenny.
Thank you.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint. Get yourself some easy looks. Get to the line, man. Get to the line.
Yeah, they be...
Glad you could join us.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, we've seen Luguentz Dort really having a good game here.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, defensively, you'd like to force the ball out of his hands and make someone else beat you, but that's easier said than done.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at small forward. On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Holmgren. Holmgren with the block.
That is just great rim protection by Holmgren.
Outside, SGA. Pass to Holmgren. Clock at 6. Down low, Holmgren drops it in. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And so Willie Green decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Oklahoma City, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And check it out, New Orleans. Well, they haven't had the season they wanted so far.
I think for the Thunder, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Pass to SGA. Ooh, tough finish inside by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
And they need to stay aggressive on defense so they can protect that lead with everything they've got.
Now here's Williamson. And there's a pick. Pass to Murray. Will it go? That shot off the mark. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. Shot's good. SGA making the play. So Dort's got 8.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Well, this run has given them a bit of separation, but few leads in this league are safe.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And he banks in the layup.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
34 seconds left in the third quarter. SGA against Murray. Outside, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. His first shot attempt. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Yves Missi.
And that is part of the reason that Hartenstein is so effective. He uses every trick in the book to win his matchup.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
What you notice all the time about Isaiah Hartenstein, it's how much effort he gives, particularly when it comes to things like rebounding and defending. There's a reason Isaiah Hartenstein is an NBA champion.
That one's no good. Outside Murray. Now Poole. Good D by Wallace. And we've reached the end of the third. Oklahoma City ahead. They're up by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. This is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Pelicans trail by 8. Murphy and Zion at the small and power forwards. DeJounte Murray is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Missi in at the 5. That's the Pelicans 5. Holmgren against Williamson. Here's Poole. Puts up the tray. Williams rips down the board. Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Outside Dort. Let's loose for 3. Oh, he can't hit it.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Murray. Cash from downtown.
When you defend Murray in the pick and roll, the first thing you have to do defensively is stop the ball.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Up top, Hartenstein. He's guarded by Missi. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Oh, he misses the layup.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Cleared away by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Shoot from 12. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
Well, that's just skill by SGA. He is so good at reading defenses and understanding when he has an opportunity.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Holmgren there for the rebound. And it's Dort with the ball for Oklahoma City. They've led by as much as 10 on the wing. Williams. Holmgren with it. He's against Messi. Can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 7.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
And stolen by Williams. SGA with it. Checked by Murray. Outside Dort. 35 seconds left in the final quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. SGA. Oh, he missed the jumper. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
From deep. The free ball is down.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
DeJounte Murray. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Thunder, Williams. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts them up 5. New Orleans calls timeout. They're down by 5. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Shoots a 3. Holmgren there for the rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
At the line for the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Oklahoma City winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.